Hello. Hello friends, today in this lecture we are going to see evolution of different components of system software or system programming. Yesterday we have discussed about what is system programming. Let's take some brief about that. System programming is the activity of programming system software. Systems programming aims to produce software which provides services to the computer hardware. It requires a greater degree of hardware awareness. Means what? If you want to develop a system programming, that particular person should have knowledge about hardware. Means if we have or that person have a proper knowledge about the hardware, then and then he or she can develop a systematic system software which is required to particular system. Reasons for the evolution of system programs. To make a computer better adapted to the need of user. This is the reason why there is a need of system programs, the evolution of system program, because nowadays computer programming or computer applications should be adapted as per the need of users. So to fulfill the need of user, there is a need system programs should be according to the need of users. And the second one over here discussed that people wanted more assistance in the mechanics of the preparing their program. Means what? Everyone nowadays wants there should be more assistance from the system itself. System should guide to the developer. Oh, here the error occurs, here's the some problem occurs. If you write some line over here, it will give the fault in such page, right? So people always wanted more assistance in the mechanics of the preparation of program. That's why there is a need of evolution of system program. Here are some different components of system programming that we have already yesterday discussed. Assembler, loaders, linkers, micros, compilers. Yesterday we have discussed in brief. Now from this onwards we will see the actual uses and the role of each and every system components in system programming. Okay, let's see one by one. Assembler. Initially the users were compelled to write their program in machine code, a series of zeros and ones. But the programmer found it difficult to write or read programs in machine code. What you understand? We have understand through this key as we know that assembler is a one kind of system software which is used for the system programming. Initially the people want to try write the program in zeros and one because the computer understands the language of zeros and one, but that becomes difficult for the programmer to write the code in machine code format, zeros and one. So that's why there is upgradation comes and the assembly language comes into the picture, and to compile the assembly language and make it machine code level, assembler comes. So assembler converts the assembly language into a machine code, right? So this is the role of assembler. We are going to see assembler as well as in this lecture editors. The 2 points that we are going to discuss. There is compiler, there is linker, there is loader, there is a micro. One by one we are going to see each and everything. Let's start with the editor. Let's start with the editor. Okay. Here is some examples of the types of editor. Okay. There are generally 5 types of editors as you can see over here: line editor, stream editor, screen editors, word processor, structure editors. Means editors are the system softwares which are used for the system programming that we have already discussed, right? 6 to 7 different component system softwares are there. Under that line we have started to discuss editors. There are 5 main editors: line editor, stream editor, screen editors, word processor and structure editor. What is line editor? In this, you can only edit one line at a time or an integral number of lines. You cannot have free flowing sequence of characters. It will take care of only one line. The examples are Teleprinter, Teco. These are the line editors. What is line editor? We can type, or you can type any code over there, but we can only edit one line at a time. Okay, Miss Teleprinter is the example. Then stream editors. In this type of editors, the file is treated as continuous flow or sequence of character instead of line numbers, which means here you can type paragraphs. We can type paragraphs in stream editors to develop system software, right? Example, seed editors in Unix. Then next type is screen editors. In this type of editors, the users is able to see the cursor on the screen and can make a copy, cut, paste operations easily. It is very easy to use mouse pointer. Okay, now the examples are VI editor that we use in Linux, then Emacs, then Notepad, WordPad. What is that? These are the screen editors, and we are familiar about this VI editors, Notepad. We use the VI editor of Fedora in to type the C++ programs or Python programs, right? The advantage of the screen editor is we can cut, copy, paste or different operations easily in VI editor, Notepad, right? These editors are familiar and popular one. Then word processor, overcoming the limitations of screen editors. It allows one to use some format to insert image, files, video, use font, size, style features. It majorly focuses on natural language. Word processor is the editor which enhance the capability of the editing skills, processing skills, which is the lacuna in screen editors or stream editors. It provides the facility to insert image, videos, font, style, right? Then last one, structured editor. Structured editor focuses on programming languages. It provides the feature to write and edit source code. Structured editors are mostly developed to write and edit source code. Examples are NetBeans IDE, Eclipse IDE, gedit. These are the structure editor. These are, here we have discussed major 5 types of editors: line editor, stream editor, screen editor, word processor and structure editors. Other some editors are also available. Full screen editor, right? Full screen editor is there. Example, Acme, Coderoom, Focuswriter. Then multiple window editor. Then DOS editor, disk operating system editor. MS-DOS editor, or sometimes also known as just edit, is character based text editor that comes with MS-DOS, right? This is also a editor in which we can type and save the programs. Then VI editor. The VI editor, short name for the visual editor. VI means what? Visual editor is a screen editor which is available in Unix OS. Then online editors are also available nowadays. Means what? You do not have to download any editor and install the editor and then type the program and save it and execute it. This is what you have to do manually. But online editors are also available. You can just use online editors. You can type the program over there and compile online for your Python program, for your C++ program, for your Java program, for your C program. Online editors are available nowadays. You can type also HTML and make the pages through online editing. Then here with this we have seen the editors, types of editors, some small editors what is meant by VI editor, which is famous one. We always use the VI, that is visual editor, right? Then next is online editors, right? We have seen that. Then next thing, in the evolution of system software components, assembler. We have seen up till now only editor, right? Have you understand about editor? Editor is system software, and we use editor, different types of editors to write the program. Then next thing, next system software, that is assembler. We have seen yesterday about assembler. Here is the simple diagram. You can see assembler, input is assembly code and output is machine code. See the definition. Assembler is a program for converting instructions written in low level assembly code into relocatable machine code and generating along information for the loader. Means what? Assembler converts the low level code of assembly language into relocatable machine code. Relocatable means what? Means we can locate that machine code in different platforms. Suppose we locate that code into memory, sometimes main memory, or sometimes into RAM. Main memory means RAM, or in secondary memory, right? So relocation is possible. So code is made such a way we can relocate it in different platform along information for the loader. C. Have you understand? Okay. It generates instructions by evaluating the mnemonics in operation. Field and find the value of symbol and literals to produce machine code. If assembler do all these works in one scan, then it is called single pass assembler. Right? There are two types of passes, pass 1 and pass 2. Here we are not going to see any pass 1 and pass 2 information, but to understand assembler we are just using the helping sentences to understand assembler. If assembler do all these works in one scan, then it is called as single pass assembler. Which thing in one scan? Writing the code in assembly, then converting that assembly code into machine code. If all these things is done in one pass, means if assembler having the possibility to convert the assembly code into machine code in only one scan, then it is called as, generally in our routine word, single pass, right? Otherwise, if it does in multiple scan, then called multiple pass assembler. Here assembler divides this task into two passes. How many passes? Two passes, pass 1 and pass 2. What is pass 1? It defines symbols and literals. And remember them in symbol table and literal table respectively. What happened in it defines symbols and literals and remember them in symbol table and literal table respectively. Means what? अरे म्हणजे काय रे बाबा, पास वन मध्ये ही लाईन दिली ना, म्हणजे काय बाबा की जे असेंब्ली लँग्वेज मध्ये कोड लिहितो तो कोड मध्ये आपण काय वापरतो, काही सिंबल वापरतो आणि काही लिटरल्स वापरतो, बरोबर. मग हे सिंबल टेबल मध्ये रिप्रेझेंट केले जातात आणि लिटरल हे लिटरल टेबलमध्ये रिप्रेझेंट केले जातात, राईट, आणि त्या थ्रू ते रिमेंबर केले जातात, रिकॉल केले जातात. सेकंड इज टेलिंग दॅट कीप ट्रॅक ऑफ लोकेशन काउंटर, राईट. In pass 1 it keeps the track of that literals and symbols, and third one process pseudo operation. These are the three things it comes under pass 1. What is pass 2? Again pass 1 म्हणजे काय, एका स्कॅन मध्ये प्रोग्राम तुमचा मशीन कोड मध्ये कन्वर्ट होऊन जातो बाय युजिंग सिम्बॉल टेबल अँड लिटरल टेबल. आणि पास 2 म्हणजे काय, मल्टिपल टाइम्स ऑफ स्कॅन इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द conversion of assembly code into machine code. Pass 2 having two step, generate object code by converting symbolic opcode into respective numeric opcode, and second generate data for literals and look for values of symbols, right. Here is the example given of assembly language. See one by one. Yum add R1 is equal to 3, where yum is label, add is symbolic opcode, and R1 is symbolic register operand, is equal to 3 is literal. This is the statement of assembly language. Each and every entity is defined over here. Yum label आहे, add हे add काय आहे बाबा, add is symbolic opcode, it is opcode, right. Then R1 is register, it is a symbolic register operand, and 3 is equal to 3 is literal. Let's see detail example. Okay, this line is telling about label, this line is telling about opcode. These are all opcode, OP for operation code, the code which we use for the operation. These are the operands. Means what, ज्यांच्यावर आपण क्रिया करणार आहोत, right, called as operands. Then these are the LC values. These are the values that we are using. Values means location counter, where the actual operands are stored, right. Location counter means at location 200 these 3's get stored. Let's see label John. Here label John, the code up to this is mentioned, right. Opcode start operand 2000. Move R. What we have to do? Move R1, 3 means what? ह्या R1 मध्ये 3 आहे आता. Then move yum. Now in R1 X is there. Then we have used another label L1. Move R means what? We have put 2 into R2. Then LTORG X DS 1. Here end 205 means end is located at 205. Let's take a look on how this program is working. See, start we have used na. This instruction start the execution of the program from location 200 and label with start provides the name for the program. John is the name for the program. John काय आहे बाबा, या प्रोग्रामचं नाव आहे आणि कोणत्या लोकेशन पासून सुरू झालंय, 2000, right. Then move R, it moves the content of literal is equal to 3 into register operand R1 as we have discussed. Again same move the content of register into memory operand X means what, कि ह्या X मेमरी ऑपरंड एक्स मध्ये R1 आहे आता, राइट. इट मूव्स द कंटेंट ऑफ रजिस्टर इनटू मेमरी ऑपरंड एक्स. Then move R. It again moves the content of leader 2 into operand R2. म्हणजे R2 मध्ये आहे. It labels it's specified as L1. Then it assigns address of literals current LC value. Then data space. It assigns a data space of 1 to symbol X and it finishes the program execution. It finishes the program execution. This is the general information about this program. Theoretically, we are going to see this. Those people do not have understanding about this. We will discuss it in coming lecture also with very small examples. Working of pass 1 for this program. Define symbol and literal table with their addresses. Note, literal address is specified by LTORG or AND. Okay. Step 1. Start 200. It means what? Here no symbol or literal is found, so both table would be empty. Step 2. Move R1 is equal to 3. 200. It means what? Is equal to 3 is a literal, so literal table is made. Literal 3 and address. Hello. Okay. Now we will discuss the remaining part of the assembler with another small example which will become very easy to understand. Okay.